So you can be forgiven if you haven't been able to sit through all of the almost 4 weeks of the Alex Murdaugh trial, because that's a lot, right? I know you're busy. You got a job, you got kids, you got a lot going, a lot going on. So that's why at the end of every case in chief, when a prosecution finishes, I like to do a scorecard. What did they hit? Like, what did they do? Did they miss anything? Did they get everything? What did they get? And so here's your scorecard, because I want you to know, as we wrap probably tomorrow, the case in chief, what they've been able to accomplish. So they brought in the Snapchat video of Alex wearing clothes about an hour before the murders, and those clothes apparently haven't been found, because when the police found him, he was wearing something totally different. They've got Alex's phone data that puts him at the scene of the crime. They discovered that the guns used to kill Maggie and Paul were family guns. Those are the ones used in the murder. And not only that, we also discovered that buckshot and birdshot were loaded into one of the guns, but also into other guns that were at the ranch. So that's interesting. We also have Alex's alleged voice on the video at the kennel at the time the murders were happening. And he looks like he lied to the police in his first interview about where he was for how long while the murders were happening. Then there's that weird moment where he's in the middle of crying and so devastated. My God, my son, the police have just arrived. My son, my wife, they're dead. And then he looks up and he sees an officer that maybe he recognizes, and in this like completely normal tone says, "How you doing?" That was weird. His Chevy Suburban suggests he was only at his mother's for a 20-minute visit. He says he was there for 40. He actually told his mom's caregiver, hey, make sure you say it was 40 minutes, not 20. She said that was uncomfortable. Got Alex's texts to Maggie at the same time that her phone magically is switching to landscape mode, and this is likely after she was dead. Got Alex telling the officers he took a nap, but his phone data shows he's moving around like crazy. And he's also down at the kennels. At the time, he says he's taking a nap. Got the dog's caretaker, says that the water and the hose were left in a total mess. He never would have left it that way. Did Alex wash himself off with that hose and leave a bunch of water all over the place and leave the hose in a mess? There's all that financial fraud and theft that made it in that makes him just a big old liar. That ain't good. Then there's that notion that Alex was seen carrying a blue tarp, and there was a blue raincoat found at his mom's house with gunshot residue inside. Those are all things you call bad facts. Dan Eckhart knows about a bad fact or two because he's heard them in court. He's a former federal prosecutor. He's a current federal and state criminal defense attorney. I always like to say that when the prosecution wraps up its case in chief, it's like, bum, bum, bum. It sounds horrible, but the defense hasn't started. So should everybody just take a big, deep breath and just wait?
Yes, they should. It's not over. I mean, it's just getting started, I guess, for the defense. Those are all obviously bad facts, but the thing the defense is going to have the opportunity to do is whether they're going to put their client on the stand. That's a possibility. I mean, it hasn't been ruled out yet. That's a game time decision. And really, this case, I think, is going to come down to closing arguments because the defense during closing arguments will make reasonable inferences of the evidence.
Do you know what, though? Like, so often I've been shocked that the prosecution wraps its case in chief, and then the defense says, defense rests, and they don't put on a case. Defense doesn't even put on a case. They don't have to. The burden is not on the defense. It is all on the prosecution. In this particular case, would that be ill-advised to not put on a defense?
No, I mean, that's a strong possibility. They don't put on any evidence, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to have a shot at the jury during the closing arguments. And I think that's where you're going to see a lot of these things explained to the best of their abilities. And again, I think the theory of the defense so far is that the timeline is wrong. The phone data may be correct, but the time of the killing may not be accurate. And they've alleged, I think, 2 killers. There's multiple guns. Then they're conceding those guns are the same types of guns or guns that were at the house. So that all ties well into the defense theory that these were, it's the Sodi defense. Some other dude did it. And it's a common defense for criminal defense attorneys.
Sometimes the decision isn't made until the very last moment as to whether to put your client on the stand. Ultimately, it's up to Alex. He's the one who calls the shots. Like, the lawyers advise him, but he calls the shots. In this case, do you think he has to take the stand or he's sunk?
There's a lot. I mean, you just put up that visual. I mean, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of cross-examination opportunities for the prosecution. So I would be I'd be surprised, but it's not my case. I haven't lived it and breathed it like these defense attorneys have, and probably are doing right now as we speak, preparing for the next several days.
Yeah, and buying tissues, because that's also really important. It's a prop, but it's critical. Hey, Dan Eckhart, thank you so much. I love when you come on the air. Can't wait till you come back. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.